to start learning how to blow a duck call. Today we are using the field proven duck call. It's a double shot call. It's a double reed call. I think double reeds are more forgiving learning how to blow a duck call compared to a single reed. But this is what I learned. I learned on a Duck Commander duck call, double reed call. It was a great first beginner call to learn on. So when you're starting to learn how to blow a duck call, we'll just go over how to hold the call to begin with. So you're going to choose whatever hand that you're going to be comfortable calling with. It could be the left or it could be the right. I use the right hand. And you're going to make an L with the call, and then you're going to put the call into the L of your hand, and then you're just going to wrap your hand around the call like so. Your thumb and then the meaty part of your index finger is what's going to hold the call there, and then all your other fingers are going to be fanning that sound out, helping produce a more realistic sound. And then when you get ready to blow on the call, you're going to take the call up to your mouth and you're going to blow on it like you're taking a drink out of a water bottle. So the bottom of the call, your bottom lip's going to sit down here, and then the top lip is not going to seal. You're not going to like put your mouth over it like a straw. You're just going to rest your top lip against the back end of the call on the top side. And then when you get ready to start learning how to make the sound, you're going to use the meaty part of your tongue to pinch the notes off. So every time you blow to make a sound and you're ready to finish the sound, that meaty part of your tongue is going to hit the roof of your mouth. You never want to use the tip of your tongue when you're blowing a duck call. You always want to use the meaty part of your tongue, and that's going to help fully pinch that sound off so it sounds really nice and clean. So for a quack, you're going to be using, the word I like to use is what, because the T is where the tongue's gonna hit the top of your mouth. I'm pretty sure you can use hoot as well. You know, find a word that works for you that just starts with an open to a closed sound. And then, so this is what it's gonna sound like. So it's gonna sound a little bit like this. And then this is what it's gonna sound like in the back of the call. And then this was what it's gonna sound like in the front of the call. Now that's just making the sound, pinching that note off without the voice vibration that you have to add into the call. So it's gonna, the sound that you're gonna make, no one really ever talks about this because I think everybody has their own way of doing it, but I had a hard time learning this because no one really discussed this. So hopefully this will help you. It's a hum that you're gonna use, hum / grunt, kind of whatever, but it's gonna sound a little bit like this. And that's gonna help add the voice fluctuation into those reeds to get that real clean sound that ducks make. It's gonna sound a little bit like this. And then the last part to tie in a quack is you're going to go ahead and then add your hand around, and then you're gonna feather your fingers out on the call to pitch the sound off. So your hand's gonna start closed when you start the note, and it's gonna finish open when you close the note off with your tongue. I see a lot of guys constantly just flicking their hand open. It doesn't have to be that way. It can be very smooth, open, close. I use my whole hand. I know guys that use 2 fingers to get that pitch out there. Kind of just do what is comfortable for you. So this is what it's going to sound like once you start tying it all together. So learning how to do just a normal quack is very important, because this is the sound that you always build off on. This is where you're going to get your hail call from. This is where you're going to get your standard greeting call from. So getting just a single quack down is very important. One thing I found useful is I would always film myself when I was blowing the duck call, so I could hear the sounds that I was actually making on the video and play it back to myself. It was a very humbling experience, but it was a very useful tool to use to learn to make sure that I was making the right sounds. And then once you start getting your quack down, then you can develop into putting 2 or 3 or 4 together, and then cutting the gap in between each one, and then all of a sudden you have a greeting call going on that's going to sound a little bit like this. We'll talk about greeting call a little bit later on, but definitely just making sure you're staying focused on just getting that one quack down and repeating that over and over and over until you can start getting that sound to sound more realistic. It'll be very beneficial to you in the long run. Well, I hope that you guys found this video useful to learn how to start just making a simple quack. In the next video we'll cover greeting calls, and then we'll probably move on to doing a feeder chuckle after that. If you guys liked my video, please make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment, really helps me out, and then we'll see you on the next video.